All right, man. Let's talk about Steven Adams, man. Uh, I have seen some videos that saying that the Lions could get at Steven Adams. Um, I only think like under one scenario that actually works. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. And kind of more in Houston, he kind of been on that bench. Um, he been on that bench, but I just feel like if they lose Stewart or they lose Jalen Duren for whatever reason, in my opinion, that's the only reason. That's the only reason that I see fit to move him. I feel like if they add another big fella, he needs to be a big fella that can stretch it out. I know I said Kelly Olynyk, then you got the people in the comment, well, he's slow, and I just need somebody to shoot the ball. How about that? Kelly can take it off the dribble a little bit. Kelly can shoot the ball. You just need to change the pace, big fella that can shoot the rock. That's all I'm saying. You need to change the pace, big fella that can shoot the rock. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna add another big fella, move on from Paul Reed, get somebody that can stretch it out. So you can throw in there for K. They can pick and pop, pick and roll, hit the little 10 footer, or pop to the corner, shoot a little three. That's all I'm saying. Be like our Mehmet or Core or something like that. We already know if Olynyk was a defensive savant, right? Probably be a fucking all-star. We get it. But we got him in there for offensive purposes only, and he a solid rebounder. I was looking at one game. I can't remember what it was. It was a Warriors game. It was Minnesota. It was one of the Nobody had over 10 rebounds. Nobody had over 10 rebounds. Think about that for a minute. Go Bird big ass out there. Looney, Draymond, like nobody. Yeah, that's another thing that people need to speak about the NBA. They don't rebound at the same clip. Remember Charles Barkley used to be out there rebounding there. Dennis Rodman. You don't have Ben Wallace, Dwight Howard. It was guys that took pride and rebounded the basketball at a high clip. David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Akeem Olajuwon, Shaq. I feel like Shaq should have had more rebounds in his career, but you win morning. Like, rebounding is a lost art. Hey, remember when jokers back in the day, remember if y'all grew up watching 80s and 90s ball, and probably even before that, remember they used to rebound the ball, and they used to slap the ball hard, like, you used to hear it on TV. They don't even rebound with that ferocity anymore. That's wild. But Adams do fit the mold as a Piston. Attitude, tough. Like, it's a few guys out there that I think really like fit the Pistons really, really well from a mentality standpoint and the basketball. Like, we move on from Stewart in the trade, I would love to bring on Steven Adams. Or somehow we lost Duren, I would love to bring on Steven Adams. Bobby Portis is another guy, perfect fit basketball-wise, mentality-wise. Bobby Portis and Steven Adams would be great additions to the Pistons locker room. They actually would be perfect additions to the Pistons locker room, in my opinion. They'd be perfect additions to our locker room. But we lost Paul Reed and we added Steven Adams. I wouldn't be mad about that. Not so whatsoever. I would not be mad about that. But I do think they need to change the pace, big fella. Now, I don't know the guys as well as I used to know them back in the day, but Olynyk was a guy that just stuck, not expensive. You know what I'm saying? If you go on the expensive side of things, Lloyd Marketing, somebody like that. Somebody like that, you kind of see Boston, they kind of got the Kristaps Porzingis, you know what I'm saying? One of those type of guys, man. I mean, I like that kid that played for Chicago. The young guy, white boy, real nice. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I like him a lot too. But yeah, somebody of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Now I say this, I throw an idea out there outside of Adams. Would they like to throw Brooke Lopez in the rotation? Would y'all be mad if they say, okay, let's add Brook Lopez? You know, I mean, I would mean he could shoot it. He's, you know, you ain't gonna ask him to come in here and give you 30, 40 minutes a game. If you did, it'll be in the playoffs. So, you know, adding Brook Lopez wouldn't be bad neither. He can stretch it and shoot it. Still got some juice left. You're not asking him. I think him, Stu, and Duran, that's not a bad lineup at all. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad lineup whatsoever. I mean, but no, we'll see. He a great shot blocker. But Brook Lopez, you wouldn't lose nothing on defense compared to Kelly Olynyk. You wouldn't lose anything. You would gain a lot on defense with him. He'll rebound it. He can shoot it. He got championship pedigree. I mean, if you did trade for Giannis, why don't you just throw a little bit extra in there and get Brook Lopez? If not, why not go get Brook Lopez regardless? I like that too. But Adams, I mean, yeah, it'd be a, you know, I feel like if you lose one of those guys, you add Adams. I mean, even if you don't, okay, add Adams. But I just like bringing in another guy, a big fella that can shoot the ball. And I'm just thinking around the league, how many of those big fellas around? I don't know. You know, can't really think of too many of them. So there's a couple guys when the Bucks blow it up. I think they might start building around Marshawn Brooks. Not Marshawn Brooks. What's his name? Marshawn Beauchamp. Shout out to Marshawn Brooks, though. I used to like him at Providence. You know, that's what you're starting to look at. You know, some of these guys, you know, that can shoot it. That's a change of pace guys, you know. So I know Indiana glad they kept Miles Turner, but yeah, I wouldn't mind bringing Brook Lopez. I wouldn't mind bringing Steven Adams here. Steven Adams and Bobby Portis or Brook Lopez. You know, any three of them guys, a combination of two, Brook and Bobby, or Steven Adams and Bobby. I mean, that'll really enhance the locker room, I believe. You know, you just make a tougher team tougher. Now you're adding guys that been deep in the playoffs, championship caliber guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, even more vets to help, you know, show these guys how to be pros. So if you kept Schroeder, you know, I even talked about bringing Karis LeVert in, high character guy if you lost Malik Beasley. So the Pistons ain't got to hit home runs, in my opinion. They don't have to hit home runs. You know, they can literally, you know, they hit some singles and some doubles here and enhance their product without giving up much. So let me know what y'all think. I ain't mad at bringing Steven Adams in. He body. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Wherever I'm at in the link tree, that's where I'm at. I just hate when people get in the fast lane and then you go fucking slow. Like, come on, man. Get your bitch ass in that lane over there if you're going to be slow. I hope President Trump do a driver's license reform. I hope he do a driver's license reform where everybody got to retake their license. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all who wouldn't have them. But I appreciate y'all. Peace.